Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to math class with me, Miss Taylor. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. Alrighty, so let's see. Do we have our fact practice packet for today? Got mine. If you don't have yours, you can pause the video. Textbook, workbook, paper, pencil, whiteboard. I know I've got my whiteboard here. I think it's more fun to use a whiteboard. But if you do not have these items, please pause the video and you can go and get them and then come back. All right. You should also have, I should mention, kind of, a flat surface to sit at. A flat surface to write at. Maybe a nice comfy chair to sit at. Always helps. Helps to have a nice comfy chair. Whoops. Okay. All right. So today we are going to look at page 13 in our fact practice packet. So it looks like this. And at the top it says complete the skip counting series. So again, it's page 13. And this is a little practice for us with skip counting, which really helps with multiplying and dividing, especially multiplying. But if we get pretty good at our multiplying and our skip counting, that makes division easier too. So this whole page, we are skip counting by 2. So it's sort of like a regular number pattern where we're always increasing by 2. We're getting bigger by 2. So the first one you can see I've done for you. So we're going 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now this next one, we're starting at 16, 18, 20, 22, right? 24, 26, 28, 30. All right, now this next one, this is, oh, wait a second. What kinds of numbers were these at the top here? Did you say even numbers? Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All of these are even numbers. Well, now we're starting with some odd numbers. So 11 is an odd number. 13 is odd, 15 is odd, but we're still going to count by 2s. So it's sort of like 11 plus 2 is 13, 13 plus 2 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, 17 plus 2 is 19, 19 plus 2 is 21, 21 plus 2 is 23, and then 25. So it would be a good idea for us to do a few of these and then kind of check our answers on the back to make sure we're on the right page, make sure we're doing what is being asked of us. And then you can go ahead and take a couple minutes to finish your fact practice for today. And if you would like to do that right now, you could pause the video or you could come back to it and do it another time. But let's go ahead and take a look in our textbooks today. We are going to learn a little bit more about arrays today. So you may remember we talked about arrays with multiplication, and that word is array. Arrays, I'll make it plural. So arrays are when we line things up. Oh, actually, I was looking up here. Wait a second. This is not an array. Here's an array. So if this is not an array, for number 7, I'm on page 99 here, and this is an array, do you remember? What is an array? Think back. Yeah, did you say something about how it has equal rows? It has rows. Those are the side-to-side rows. And then it also has the up and down columns, right? So arrays is kind of a nice way for us to organize our thinking and also just organize objects so our brain can see things more clearly. So an array is when we organize objects into nice equal rows and nice equal columns. So you can see here, it looks really neat and orderly, and we can kind of see, oh, look at how many columns there are and look at how many rows. And it really helps our brains if we can see it like that. So that is an array. And when we line them up this way, we can see our fact family down here at the bottom. So that's kind of neat. Let's see. I am going to. All right. Oh, sorry about that. I had to pause the video. Okay. So, yeah, when we have an array, that is when we line things up into nice, neat rows and nice, neat columns here. And if we do that, we can see very clearly that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. So we have 4 rows and 8 columns. And if we count up all those rows and columns, we will get our whole number, how many there are altogether. So we could think about, well, here's 8 plus 8, that's 16, plus another 8, that's 24, and another 8 would be 32. So 32 is our whole number. So with this array, we have 2 multiplication equations. 8 times 4 equals 32, or 4 times 8 equals 32. And we also have 2 division equations. And when we divide, we have to start with the whole number. And there's our little division symbol. This is Henrik. He wanted to say hi. Do you want to say hi? You can't really see it, but we're in the video. Oh, no, just leave it. Just say hi. They can see, you can see we're really. Okay, 32 divided by 8 equals 4, or 32 divided by 4 equals 8. So that is our array. And remember, an array is where we line things up into rows, and then the rows go side to side, and columns. And again, that sort of helps our brains make sense of the information and see kind of clearly how many there are. It makes it easier to find the total number, or the total number of groups, or the number in each group. So arrays can really help us when we multiply and divide. Let's see. So our homework for today is pages 106 to 108. So let's see. Here we have a few word problems that we're going to work on, and then we have a few division equations that we're going to solve. So this is kind of like the other day when we practiced, anytime you are dividing, kind of like when you multiply, we always start with that whole number. So here, our whole number is 6. We always start with the whole number. There's 2 equations. And then one of the numbers is how many groups. And you can see, oh, there's 2 groups. This is the number of groups. And then the other number is how many in each group. So our answer would be 3. And this one means how many in each group. So again, when we divide, one number means how many groups. The other number means how many in each group. So here, 6 divided by 3. So here, this one's the opposite. There's 3 in each group. Our answer is how many groups are there? 2, right? And again, just like a fact family, we're using the same 3 numbers. So let's try one more together. What about this one? 21 is our whole number. So we know there's 21 altogether. Divided by 3, that means 3 groups, because we can see, oh, there's a group, and there's a group, and there's a group. So our answer is how many in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And then we can use those same three numbers to write another division equation. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So this one means 21, that's our whole number, divided into groups of 7. There's a group of 7, there's a group of 7, there's a group of 7. So our answer is how many groups are there? And there's 3. So let's see, we're going to do this page and we're going to try one more page. Now this page, we need to write the division sentences or equations ourselves. So again, when you are dividing, we always start with the whole number. So it's similar to subtraction. So when we divide, we must start with the whole number. So I'm going to make a little note here. This has to be the whole number at the beginning of the division equation. This one also has to be the whole number, the beginning of this division equation. All right, so maybe we should try one together. I see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 leaves here. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So there's 7. There's another 7. Let's see, that would be 14 plus another 7. 14 plus 7, 21. Plus another 7, 21 plus 7, 28. Plus another 7, 28 plus 2 is 30. And then I would need 5 more, that would be 35. So I know my whole number is 35. So I can go ahead and put that here in my first division equation. And then I can also put it here. Okay, let's see. My screen is kind of freezing up on